My name is Giordy Belfiore. I am the Vice President of Investor Relations here at Silver47. To introduce the company, we are creating a leading high-grade U.S. silver developer. Currently, we have 3 core assets in Alaska, our Red Mountain project, about 100 kilometers south of Fairbanks, our Hughes project in central Nevada, halfway between Reno and Las Vegas, in the historic Tonopah mining district, and our third asset being in southwest New Mexico called our Mogollon project. Now, jointly, we have 247 million ounces combined, average grade spanning from 300 to 400 grams per ton silver equivalent. Currently, we have $55 million in working capital and are fully funded to drill all 3 of these assets throughout 2026 and still have plenty of money left over for 2027. Now, the last thing I'd like to highlight here on our slide, and I don't want to throw too many numbers at you here, but some of our best drill results on all of our projects. At Red Mountain, 36 meters of 672 grams per ton. Our Hughes project, almost 3 meters of 4,000 grams per ton. Down in New Mexico, 31 meters of 448 grams per ton. All of these results, I believe, stack up very favorably against some of our world-class peers. Significant re-rate potential. Why follow our stock today? Well, when we take a basket of some of our other high-grade silver peers, and there's not many of them, these assets are tremendously scarce, we see that on an EV per ounce basis, they trade anywhere north of $2 to well over $3 per ounce in the ground. Today, we get 30 cents. I look at this and I think that there's a tremendous opportunity for us to re-rate over the next year, and I'm very excited to see what we can do through the drill bit to grow this. Management team, we're really run by a group of well-rounded exploration geologists. Galen McNamara is our CEO. He's an exploration geologist by trade going back about 20 years now. A lot of his success, discovery success, came over at NextGen Energy, where he managed all the drilling from 2014 to 2018, but more or less has been precious metals focused. I'll mention Gary Thompson. He is our executive chairman. He has co-founded a number of junior mining companies over the last couple decades and has been quite successful and is also a geologist. Capital structure. Yesterday, we actually closed at 94 cents with about 208 million shares outstanding. That gives us a market cap just under $200 million Canadian. As I mentioned earlier, we have $55 million in the bank right now and are fully funded for this year and well into 2027 as well. Eric Sprott is our largest individual shareholder. He personally owns 10% of the company, or 8%, sorry. Management and insiders, approximately 10%, and institutional investors, about 19%. We currently have research coverage from both Research Capital and Haywood Securities with a $2 and a $1.90 price target, respectively. So the Red Mountain project, this is certainly our most advanced asset in our portfolio right now. 100 kilometers south of Fairbanks. We benefit from operating exclusively on state-managed land, giving permitting a plus here for us. And this project hosts a 168 million ounce resource at 336 grams per ton. But what's interesting here is that all the ounces come from just 2 deposits. That's Dry Creek and West Tundra Flats. We see here on this project, there's another 30 to 35 mineralized prospects that we've identified that haven't seen any real modern exploration. So we're going to start drilling again here this June until early fall. We're going to have 4 drill rigs turning. 2 of them will be on Dry Creek and West Tundra, where there's still a lot of easy ounces for us to add, a lot more juice to squeeze, while the other 2 are stepping out, looking at some of these other mineralized prospects, trying to find that next major deposit, which would inevitably lead this to be a world-class type project. I will also mention that we are updating the resource here over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So that's another major catalyst that'll be coming out from this project. What we're trying to do here is get that 168 million ounce number up to something that we believe would support a strong PEA. If we're successful in that over the next 4 to 6 weeks, then we will push this forward to a PEA before the end of 2026. And just to show you what we did here last year, so over the summer of 2025, we drilled 15 holes into both West Tundra and Dry Creek, but it was very targeted. We had a gap over here at West Tundra where we were losing a whole bunch of ounces and tonnage. We actually drilled 4 holes into that gap. We hit on all 4, 2 of them returning really strong numbers. So you can see, I think that there's a high degree of confidence right now heading into an updated resource. So our second asset is called the Hughes Project. This one here is halfway between Reno and Las Vegas. It's in the historic Tonopah Mining District. Tonopah is one of the most famous historic past producing districts in the United States. One of the reasons why you drive into Nevada today and it still says welcome to the Silver State, it's because of this district here. So district-wide, it was about 175 million ounces of silver, almost 2 million ounces of gold came out of the ground up until 1929, but no real modern exploration anywhere across this district here. So we have a neighbor company called Blackrock Silver. They have a 108 million ounce resource on their side with an $800 million valuation today. Over on our side, we have 46 million ounces and again are sitting at about a $190 million valuation today. Tonopah is one of the best places globally to operate. We have highway access, commercial water, grid power, all accessible. And we also benefit from mostly operating on private and patented mining claims here, which again is the best permitting process that we get to go through in the US. So we're going to be drilling here starting over the next couple weeks. We're going to be doing a minimum of 7,000 meters here. And we're going to be looking at the eastern extension of the district here. We can see on this slide here the yellow and purple shaded areas. Those are the resource zones on the western half of the page. That's mostly in the historic part of the district. So where we're going to be stepping out here is an area that was never mined historically and hadn't seen any modern exploration. Like I said earlier, we're going to be starting at that Ruby target just east of that Halifax fault, testing this 4-kilometer zone. And we've already drilled 12 holes into this target over the last couple of years. We've hit on 11. The best one there was 1450 over 3 meters, which is an excellent starting point. But we know where this district when it's at its best, you can get that grades over 10, 12, 15 meters. And that's really what we're targeting here. The last thing I'd like to mention about the Hughes Project as well is we have 3 million ounces of tailings, 3 million silver equivalent ounces in the tailings here. We're currently doing a little bit of met work on that, and that could provide another bonus catalyst for this company over 2026. So our third asset is called the Maguillon Project. This one here is in southwest New Mexico. And we have an interesting saying here that this is like the northernmost of the classic Mexican style vein deposits that exist. And we say that because the main vein here that we're operating on, called the Queen Vein, and that's, you can see it shaded in yellow there is our resource outline. This vein gets up to be 40, 50 meters wide at some points. It's incredibly rare to see a vein system like this in the United States. And we already have built up here a 32 million ounce resource at 367 grams, but we've only done 22 holes here as a company. So our discovery cost per ounce, ounce per meter, ounce per hole is all very strong so far. I'll note as well that we just concluded drilling here over the last couple months, and we'll be hopefully sharing those assay results as they come available here over the next couple months. But looking ahead here to all of 2026, we're going to be doing 3 drill programs on all 3 assets. We're looking at in total probably 25 to 30,000 meters worth of drilling, an updated resource at our most advanced asset, Red Mountain, with a PEA to follow. And then, of course, the tailings potential as well over at our Hughes Project and the met work that comes from that. So a lot to look forward to. And again, we are fully funded to do all of this with $55 million in working capital and are very excited to get to work here this year. Thank you.
you.